Thanks for logging on to abc15.com. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. We are back in weather action mode as our excessive heat warning continues, and it's now been extended another day through Friday evening as our high temperatures will continue to top out between 110 and even 115 here in the valley. Today we'll reach 113, tomorrow 114, and Friday looking to hit 110 degrees. And those morning temperatures, those overnight lows, providing just a little bit of relief, but only down into the low to mid 80s on most days. And by the end of the week, our lows will only be down into the mid to upper 80s. So some very hot weather in store that will increase the risk for heat illness. And that is why those excessive heat warnings are issued. So an extra reminder that you've got to keep heat safety top of mind. Today, that excessive heat warning for the valley areas to our south and to our east out into Safford, also Casa Grande and Tucson, Ajo, Gila Bend, Yuma, and now Quartzsite, Bullhead City, and also Kingman under that excessive heat warning as well, as those spots will be even hotter than what we'll feel here in Phoenix. Today 113, tomorrow 114, and then by Friday down to just 110, but still very hot Friday afternoon. Our temperatures this weekend will dip down a few degrees, but our highs will still end up at around 107 to 108. So still technically in that danger zone if you're not taking care of yourself by hydrating and again avoiding strenuous outdoor activities, especially in the peak of the day, or the peak heat of the day, I should say, which is in the afternoon. Today's high temperatures valley-wide, you'll notice we'll hit 111 in Queen Creek and at the Santan Valley, 111 in Apache Junction. Laveen hits 113, 113 in Peoria. Anthem up to 111 degrees too. To our west, those are the hottest spots, Lake Havasu and also Bullhead City up to 117 to 118 today. Yuma could hit 115. Again, Phoenix Sky Harbor looking for a high of 113 degrees with highs in the upper 90s in Sedona, mid 80s in Flagstaff, 88 today in Show Low. Overnight tonight, some relief with those temperatures down into the mid 80s for Phoenix, down into the 60s in Prescott and Payson, low 70s in Sedona, and our low will dip down to 50 degrees tonight in Flagstaff. Valley-wide, you'll see those low temperatures again tomorrow morning into the low to mid 80s, maybe a few 70s out there, but likely not as many as we've seen these last couple of mornings. Now today, we won't see a record. Yesterday, our high hit 110, certainly stayed away from the record. Today's record is 117, so we'll stay away from that with that forecast high of 113 degrees. But by tomorrow, we're going to come closer to that record. The forecast is 114. The record for tomorrow's date, 115 degrees, set back in 2015. So we'll have to be on record watch. And then Friday, still really hot at 110. That record, though, is 113 degrees. So we'll be watching that closely as well, but it looks like we'll stay just shy of the record on Friday too. Now today, not only are we under heat alerts, we're also back under ozone high pollution advisories. The valley included in that, as ozone pollution looks to climb back to unhealthy levels for people with breathing sensitivities and those sensitive groups, and that alert could be extended into tomorrow as well. Now let's talk monsoon rainfall, because today marks the halfway point of the monsoon, and so far we've been struggling when it comes to those rainfall amounts. The numbers, or I should say the bars in the green, show you the average rainfall for these areas for the entire season. The bars in the blue show you how much rainfall we've actually received this season so far. You can see Flagstaff only about an inch of rainfall, well below the average for the entire season. We'd like to see that number at least to the halfway point by this point in the season. And Phoenix, again, really low as well, with only a little over a quarter of an inch of rainfall so far at Phoenix Sky Harbor, 0.27 inches of rain. If the monsoon ended today, it won't. It runs through September 30th. But if it did end today, it would go down as the driest monsoon on record. Again, you'll notice that the driest is 0.35 inches. That was back in 1924. We're not even there yet. But we still have about a month and a half, hoping for some rainfall eventually. But I can tell you that over the next 7 to 14 days, not seeing signs of rain for the valley. We'll stay sunny and dry through Friday. A few high clouds this weekend as we get a little bit more moisture, but we're not going to see any rainfall, and then we're dry again into next week. Now, for other parts of our state, we do have storm chances, mainly the eastern rim and White Mountains, also down into Safford, eastern Arizona. A chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Tomorrow, that storm chance expands a little bit further west into spots like Globe. A slight chance for storms in Flagstaff. But through all of this, again, the valley looking to stay dry. Sunny, hot, dry today, tomorrow, and Friday with those highs at or above 110. The hottest days today and tomorrow. We're in weather action mode through Friday evening as those heat warnings remain in effect. A slight drop in temperatures this weekend, but then next week back to really hot with that high temperature up to 114 degrees by Tuesday.